Hello, everyone, and welcome to our first of our 8-part series of Walking the Path of the Enlightened Masters. This is a series to help you understand how the depth and mysticism of ancient India can help you transform your life wherever it is you are. So the first part is all about the motherland of spirituality. Recently, Dr. Pillai called India just that. I have with me guest Mohini, who has been studying with Dr. Pillai for over 22 years and has spent countless years and trips to India, so she's going to give us a glimpse into that. We've heard before that India is this birthplace of spirituality. Buddhism, Hinduism has originated here. We've even heard that Jesus spent time in India during the lost years, studying with saints and siddhas. Please give us a glimpse into your experience of what that is like. First, please tell us about how Dr. Pillai called India the motherland of spirituality and what your experiences are in that.
So recently, Dr. Pillai made a very important point, and that is that many ancient cultures have actually had this amazing tradition of people speaking to gods and goddesses, like we see in Egypt or Greece or Rome, along with India. However, only in India, this ancient tradition has not only been preserved, but it is literally in the fabric of society. Mm-hmm. So not only in the temples do people go to speak to the gods and goddesses every day, but in their homes, in their everyday life, yes, you will find people speaking to the gods and goddesses on a daily basis, and they consider it a very normal part of life.
Yes, and we're both in India today, which is makes this kickoff even more experiential. And I've experienced the same thing, going to people's homes and having them be able to. It's just very normal here. In kitchens, you have set up puja areas, and gods and goddesses are represented there.
Shopkeeping, in shops.
Everywhere.
Any Indian shop will have a puja set up, and before you buy something, he might do a puja. Maybe to get more money, but still, it's
right,
a part of the tradition.
Right. And so you have brought groups here to India for many years, and you yourself have had experiences while you've been staying in India. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, well, I can say that for the past 22 years, I've had the opportunity to really give people the most profound experience of their life. And that's a pretty tall statement, but it's true.
I like it. It is true.
Because before people come here, for example, okay, now this has been 22 years, a lot of these people were never to India before, mm-hmm, and they were really frightened, and they didn't know what to expect. But I said, okay, I just have one guarantee, and that is that this will be the most profound experience of your life. And why? This land is a living land of divinity. So I've been to Egypt, I've been to Greece, I've been to Rome. It was a fantastic experience to walk among the ruins, and you can feel the antiquity. However, here, the moment people tell me that when they get down from the plane and step on the land, this land is alive. Mm-hmm. And they can feel the heartbeat of the goddess. They can feel the caress of the goddess on their skin. They can feel it in the air. So India is just magical because it's a living land. And why? There's other reasons for that. This living tradition that was brought forward, this was brought forward by a long line of saints, mm-hmm, all the way from antiquity to modern times. We have a long lineage of saints that have brought forward the culture of India and brought forward the secrets. Now, Dr. Pillai is a great example of that, mm-hmm, and that he comes from the ancient Tamil Siddha tradition of southern India, which is a very esoteric tradition. In fact, you wouldn't get the secrets anywhere because they're locked up on leaves that were preserved in temple government archives. But now Dr. Pillai is here in order to share all the secrets of his tradition going back to times immemorial. So when you come to India, all that divine vibration is captured in the temples. It's, mm-hmm, captured in the saints that are still living today. Mm-hmm. It's captured in the rituals that are practiced in the temples. These, yeah, rituals were practiced again from times immemorial, yeah, and they're practiced the exact same way today. Yes. So when people come here, they often tell me that they had no expectation of really what to think, mm-hmm, but when they were absolutely hit by this direct experience with an ancient truth, yeah, and a real practical experience of a divine being that they could not explain, For example, one time we brought a man here from Singapore, and he was a chiropractor. He told me very openly, I don't believe that anything's going to happen in this temple, but I'm going. And I said, okay, just wait, okay? And I would pray that you would have a direct encounter with the divine. So we took him to a temple which is at this beautiful mountain called Arunachala. And after he was in the Sanctum Sanctorum, when he exited, he looked at me and he was almost speechless. Yeah. He said, oh my God, it's true. It happened. I could feel the divine. So when you go through India, where we take people to the really remote areas, we know where the real power spots are. There are temples that are preserved by the government in terms of their architecture. But Dr. Pillai knows where the real places of power are. And those places are lying hidden. No one could even find it. Yeah. And some of them are not well kept up. But people have told me, when you enter that Sanctum Sanctorum and you're in front of that God and they're chanting to the God will literally come out of the statue and really touch people, not only in a way where they'll give a message, but a very emotional way. Yes. And I think you've had that experience.
I have. I've been coming to trips with Dr. Pillai and you for about 12 years now. And I'm hooked because every time I come to India, something happens. It's kind of like a pill, you just have to arrive, and the vibration is so different here that something occurs. It can't help but to make a shift in my consciousness and other people's too. And I've had the pleasure of hearing people have experiences of India too, and it's so fulfilling to hear of, you take a week out of your life, for example, or however long, and you come back a totally different person. So we've been able to experience that many times. So you, too, have had personal experiences of the living beings that are here. Do you want to share anything about that?
That's true, and not only the gods and goddesses, but these saints. These saints have the power in order to preserve themselves. They're here in their light body. So I've had the experience, not only in temples in the Sanctum Sanctorum, where I've had gods and goddesses give me messages or make contact with me, and then I would leave that temple and they would come to me that night in a dream and tell me what I needed to do. All that is a very profound experience, and it's really treasured. But what's really remarkable to me is that there are beings who were here, some of them from times immemorial, some of them only a couple of hundred years ago, where if I entered their temple, which was consecrated for them, that they would actually come and give me a very direct meditation experience that I know that I couldn't construct myself. Right. So this has happened time and time again, so much so that my experiences with these beings is just as real as talking to you during this video. So that's why, for me, when Dr. Pillai said that India is the spiritual motherland of the world, to me, it's in every moment. It's pulsating with this angel intelligence. Lately Dr. Pillai's been talking about how these gods and goddesses are angels. Yeah. And everyone can relate to angels in the Judeo-Christian tradition and other traditions. Light beings. This angel intelligence is everywhere. Yeah. You can have them visit you at night in your room when you're on the trip and you're sleeping, and they can visit you in a dream. It can happen in a temple. It can happen while you're riding on the bus. It happens the moment that you get off the plane and step on the land. So in fact, I used to have this experience when I would spend a lot of time here, where when I was sleeping at night, Mother India was so alive that I could feel her rocking me, and she would sing me to sleep. Aww. So this kind of thing is something that you have to come and have an actual experience. Yes. And that's what's so fantastic about this opportunity coming up in January, starting in January, but throughout February, where Dr. Pillai really wants people to have an extended experience in India, because he said, what you really need is to go deeply in meditation and stay in meditation for hours and hours on end. We'll be putting people in a state of trance, laying down on the floor, where they will actually be in a state where they can then absorb fully that angel intelligence that's vibrating everywhere. And they need to do that for days on end. Get out of their routine, because if you go to work every day, it's really difficult to be in contact with angels when you're worrying about your cell phone ringing or your next email.
Your laundry and whatever,
So this opportunity is something unprecedented. We've actually never done it before, a 3-week retreat.
I know.
But people can do it for a week at a time, so there's that option.
Yeah, and Dr. Pillai recently, I had the opportunity to sit with him recently, and he was very excited about it. He was like 3 weeks, 21 days. He couldn't wait. It was like he couldn't wait, and he was saying how for the first, we'll do 3 hour at a time meditations, and for at least 6 hours a day. So he said the first hour, you're just calming your mind. The second hour, you're going into this next level. Third hour is when you really are able to go beyond and really have these magical experiences with these beings and beyond your mind, so that you can truly tap into your soul. And that's what he wants to do, take people from their mind to their soul to have infinite magical experiences, which then you take home with you and then can continue to cultivate. So yeah, the trip, this birthday trip, and Dr. Pillai has gone on birthday trips for, I don't know, for as long as...
This has been now for about 20 years.
20 years.
20 years.
It starts on January 30th, and the birthday week is January 30th to February 6th, and then there's each week after that, so there can be an extension, or you can pick any week that you want, but each week has its own topic as well, and we're going to hear more about that. Also, during this series that we're doing, we'll be hearing more about the temple. So Mohini, you touched upon the magic of the power vortexes, the temple. You touched upon the rituals, the experiences people have. We're going to hear from Dr. Pillai on each week and the depth of what teachings he's going to give on that. So we'll have a great series of tips and techniques people can take away and start using them today. So what can people practically take away from this experience here?
Well, the name of this series is Walking the Path of the Enlightened Masters. And as I said, they are so alive. To me, they are as alive as you and anyone else watching this show. And you all can have a direct experience, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Now, during this trip, during the first week, we're going to be going to Rameshwaram, which is Dr. Pillai's birthplace. And Dr. Pillai spent an extensive amount of time as a child at a temple in Rameshwaram where the tomb of Patanjali is. Now, the tomb of the saint is something in India where the saints actually, they walked consciously into the tomb, mm-hmm. and they left their soul there. So when you go to the tomb of Patanjali in Rameshwaram, many people have told me that not only were they profoundly overcome with the presence of Patanjali, but when they went back, he became like a guardian angel to them. So during this trip, you're going to be having that experience. And now, even as you prepare for the trip, if you're joining us, and even if you're not able to join us, you can contact Patanjali in your own room, in your own apartment, or wherever you are. And Dr. Pillai has said that it's really a simple matter of making a daily prayer to that saint. So even on a daily basis, now many of you have heard about Patanjali, the father of yoga. Mm-hmm. And you know that Dr. Pillai has been teaching about his sutras. And in fact, if you are so fortunate as to watch our Light Body show, which was in the end of April, mm-hmm. Dr. Pillai gave some special teachings on Patanjali for the entire public. So even if you're not practicing those teachings, what I would ask everyone just to try in order to experience, can I really have a direct encounter with the saint? Mm-hmm. Just do this. Every day, just close your eyes, and then in your heart, chant Patanjali's name. And I'm going to chant it now so that you can do as I do. So just close your eyes, focus within your heart. Patanjali Gurave Namaha. Patanjali Gurave Namaha. Patanjali Gurave Namaha. Now feel his presence surrounding you. He will come as you call him. Patanjali, reveal to me the secrets of the syllables. Open up the world of siddhi powers to me. Open up my mind so that I can master my mind and my body and truly evolve to live as a divine being as you. Show me yourself, come to me. And if you call me to India, I'm ready to come. You can open your eyes. So that's just an example of the type of prayer that I do with these saints, because like I said, since they're so real, when you speak to them in a passionate way, like they're really there, then they do come.
Right.
And then you can even start to ask them questions and open up your soul in order to hear the answer. So that's what I would suggest for all of you who just want a taste of what it is to have a direct
Get started
encounter.
right now.
Yeah,
You can,
every day.
Search on Patanjali's for a picture, so you see what he
That would
looks
be
like,
good.
and then you can use the prayer that Mohini invoked here today, and yeah.
And that's the easy path. Like Baba said, in walking the path of the Enlightened Masters, thank God we have people that we can look to who have walked the path before us. It just makes it so much easier if you can have them hold you by the hand and take you into their divine realm.
Definitely, because
And
I
then,
can't do it.
that's right. And then they teach their secrets to you when you have that personal connection with them.
Right.
So that's what this is all about, and that's why we bring people to India. It's about having an intimate encounter with the divine, and that's how your life changes.
Yes.
So that's what's coming up, and we'll be talking a lot more about that in our next show.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Mohini, for being here today. Is there anything else you want to leave us with today, or did we cover everything?
Well, there was one thing I wanted to say was that when you're in meditation for 3 hours, I have had the opportunity to lead people through a silent retreat for 2 days. And it was during about the second or third hour that people told me that I was chanting a mantra for Swami Ramalinga. And the mantra is Arut Param Jyoti. And it was at that time, when they had been in meditation for hours, that many people said that they could see him walking around the room. So yes, it is true. This is a fantastic opportunity.
Yeah.
First, just prepare yourself by even thinking of mystical India, feeling as if you're there, chant to Patanjali every day, and then ask Dr. Pillai, Dr. Pillai, is this my time to come? And can you bless me to be there for this incredible experience?
Yeah. And I know, too, from experience that there's a calling. There's typically a calling to, your heart knows and your soul knows that this is the time. And then if you make a commitment inwardly, things fall into place. And we've heard a lot of stories about that, too, of people being able to just have miracles open up, and it's happened for me, too. It's like, I don't know how this is going to happen, but I'm going on that trip. And then you take the time off of work, and then, you just go for it. So that'll happen, too, if it's right and it's meant to be, and that's how it's going to unfold magically, of course. And just like India, absolute magic and mysticism, and that's what you get to tap into here. So stay tuned. Every week we will be engaging in another part of our series. So we'd love for you to take part in all of them. And next week we are going to be talking about temples and the power vortexes that hold this energy, where you'll be able to step and feel all this magical power. So thank you again for tuning in. Thank you, Mohini, for being with us. And we'll talk to you next week.